Hey Brian, how you doing?
Good, Alicia. How are you?
Good. I'm glad to have you back. And today we're talking about tire repairs and TPMS. What does that stand for?
TPMS is Tire Pressure Monitor System. So modern vehicles have a system on board that lets the computer know what the tire pressure is in each tire. So when it gets low, you know that there's an issue and you know to address it. Whereas otherwise you wouldn't have known at all. There was a lot of accidents that's happened way back with when SUVs got popular, caused rollovers and so forth. That was because they didn't have a TPMS system. So these sensors are in each tire, each wheel, and there's a battery in there that allows it to have the ability to communicate with the onboard computer. Sometimes those batteries go dead. They need to be replaced. The light will come on whether it reads a low tire or whether the sensor itself isn't giving a reading to the computer at all. So that's what the TPMS system does. Most vehicles have an onboard monitoring system where you could scroll through the dash and see what the tire pressures are for each wheel. And then also there's, when you do have a low tire, it's because there's a leak and that needs to be repaired. And that could be a puncture, it could be a rim leak, a valve stem leak. We're in a Cleveland area, they use salt on the roads, which causes corrosion on aluminum wheels.
I mean, that's what we're gonna start seeing a lot.
We get it every year. Yeah, and almost all wheels are made of aluminum nowadays. And unfortunately that corrodes with the salt and the brine they put on the roads. So, that can cause a leak when the aluminum starts to corrode between the rubber and the wheel. It will leak through the corrosion. Corrosion's porous like a sponge, so the air leaks through that. Will cause it to get low. In that case, you wouldn't have a puncture wound to repair. You'd have to take the wheel off, clean all the corrosion off, reseal it, put it back on, rebalance it. Nevertheless, we do all those type of things. It's not a big deal, but you don't want to run with low tires because it's dangerous. The vehicle does not work right when they're improperly inflated. You don't get good at gas mileage like you should. Doesn't brake, doesn't handle, doesn't steer, doesn't do any of those things properly.
Okay, so that's why you want to make sure that your TPMS is working and the batteries aren't low or anything like that, because you might not know that you have a leak in your tire or something going on. You'll probably find out pretty soon, but you could also do more damage.
It's an important system, yeah, absolutely. Oh, for sure, and you can have an accident.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for telling us a little bit more about that today, as always, answering the questions that I have. And if you have any other questions, make sure you reach out to Weber Automotive. You can give them a call. You can explore the website. There's a lot of videos like this out there. So whatever works best for you, they're going to be excited to work with you soon. So give them a call. Thank you.
Thanks, Alicia.